So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 10 logo. Check 45 the mic. Check back, check back. Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Check, check, lucky, big rip.
They run with Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's second year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings.
15 line. 15 line. Watch the screen.
Second and 9 now. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
Let's go now.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On the double.
We got it. Get this one.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. This is Hines. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this is caught by Evans. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play fake, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave it the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. First down, Winston. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Check three.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Hines. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They'll run for it with Hines, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's get it.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jalen Ferguson brings him down. That's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
It's second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Here we go. 180.
Check 45 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 42 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run again with Hines. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Jim.
Jameis now going to run the option to the right. Once again, it's Barber. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, 30 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Now Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 11 yards there, first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Joker.
To throw is Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Double time.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken very short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
Slam.
Play action now, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 16. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On the move to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Winston. He's got the hook up to Miller. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. Black,
Winston now from the 50. That's caught by Howard. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
From the 24, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Here we go.
George Kittle there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They try and